Hello students, here's another question from homework number 11, the distribution of the sample proportion. The question says, based on historical data, your manager believes that 30% of the company's orders come from first-time consumers or customers. A random sample of 151 orders will be used to estimate the proportion of first-time customers. What is the probability that the sample proportion is less than 0.27? So in this case, we have the population proportion, which is 0.30%. We have P. P is equal to 0.30%. And we have N is equal to 151. And we would like to find the probability that the sample proportion is less than 0.27. To find this, we must have the mean for the distribution of the sample proportion, and we must have the standard deviation of the distribution of the sample proportion. We know that the mean of the distribution of sample proportion is equivalent to the population proportion, which is 0.3 in our case, or 30. And then to calculate the standard deviation for the distribution of the sample proportion, we're going to use the formula square root of the population proportion times 1 minus population proportion divided by the sample size. I'm going to compute the standard deviation right here. So that is equal to the square root of 0.30 times 1 minus 0.30 divided by 151. And that is the standard deviation for the distribution of sample proportion. Now, to find the probability that the sample proportion is less than 0.27%, we're going to use the normal distribution function. And we can use the normal distribution function because if you check the rule that says for the distribution of the sample proportion to be normally distributed, we must have P times N times P times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10. And you can double check that rule and it is satisfied. So because that rule is satisfied, I know we can apply the normal distribution function to find this probability right here, because the distribution of the sample proportion is normally distributed. So here I have norm.distribution of the number, which is 0.27, comma the mean 0.30, comma the standard deviation, which is this number. So I'm going to click on the cell that has it, and I know this is cumulative. So that is going to be the answer. I will copy and paste this answer to my answer box. And the answer is correct. And to draw that, just to make sure that we can see what we're doing, this is the normal distribution. And we want to find the probability that one of those proportions, one of these sample proportions is, the sample proportion is less than 0.27%, which is represented with this area. To find this area, we apply the norm distribution function. I hope this video helped you, and I will see you in a different one.